right, it's my pleasure to introduce one of our alumni. Please come on up and give a big round of applause for Junior. Come on up.
Junior alcoholic. Junior. I have a sobriety date of November 21st, 2022. I have a sponsor who has a sponsor. Hermosa Beach Men's Stag is my home group, as well as the Battleship every Wednesday. Let's see. So I'm here to share my experience, strength, and hope with you guys. So I grew up in a loving family. My mom's side of the family gangbang, and my dad's side of the family gangbang as well. So that was my normal growing up. That was my normal. That's where I got my foundation of growing up and thriving. So let me qualify. I went to county, been to prison, sold drugs. So that was normal for me. That was my upbringing. My first drink was when I was like 11 years old, because my house was a party house. All my uncles would come over. So yeah, that was my first drink when I was 11 years old. Smoked weed for the first time when I was like 12 with the next door neighbor named Giggles. She was a voluptuous woman. So I smoked weed for the first time with her. Went inside my house and went straight to the kitchen. And my mom looked at me, and I remember I had a bag of Lay's potato chips, sour cream potato chips, and I'm just tearing them up. So my mom smacked me, went and talked shit to her. My dad was a heavy drinker. He also used other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Other party favorites. He used to like to smoke rock. So my first time that I smoked rock, I was like 15 years old. Did meth, crystal back then. It was called crystal, glass, everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've tried everything, like a garbage disposal, mushrooms, acid. So fast forward all that. Went to county when I turned 18. Came out, caught another case. My dad, they had killed my dad when I was 18 years old in front of my mom and my two younger brothers. And then I got sent away for a cool amount of time. Came out of jail. Same old thing. Got me a nice part-time job. Sold drugs, because that's what you do, you know what I'm saying? You work and you sell drugs to make ends meet. My first son was born. His name is Aiden. He was born, and I thought I was doing good, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at my life on a graph, everything's going good. I was still drinking, selling drugs, started doing a lot of coke, and then started missing work. Got fired from that job. Got a union job. Sold drugs to all the foremans there. You know what I mean? I had everybody all turned up. The pandemic hit, lost that job. Let's see. The pandemic hit, lost that job. I lost that job. Came out, got another job. And that's when my drinking started like progressing a lot, bro. It was every day. You know what I mean? It was at work, lunchtime, after work. And then I started drinking and not going to work. I remember I would go park at Walmart. I would give me an 8-ball Coke and then go to the parking lot of Walmart and drink there, because my baby mama would get mad. My baby mama, you know what I'm saying? I did that for a cool minute. Then I started visiting the gravesite where my grandma was in Inglewood. And then I couldn't drive no more, so then I was on a metal scooter. My kid's metal scooter. So I lost that job, and then I I wasn't working for a cool minute, and so my family had came to my house. My mom, my aunt, my brothers, both of my baby moms, to do an intervention on me because I had a problem, and yeah, they sat down and they were talking to me, and at this time I'm living in the living room downstairs because my baby mama don't want me in the room with the kids. I remember sticking my hand into the colchon, the couch, and pulling out my vodka and pounding in front of them, you know, and telling my mom, "Fuck you guys, fuck you, get the fuck out of my house," you know. Um, the disrespect, bro, you know, the the insanity of where that shit took me, where I didn't care no more, you know. Crying in the shower on my knees, asking God to help me stop while I'm drinking a tall can, butt naked in the shower, looking like Tim Allen, bro. You know what I mean? That fool from The Hangover. That's how bad I got. My skin, I was about bigger than what I am now, all shot out. So in that period, I jumped a big old gap. So in that period, these two young ones that I have back there, Jose, when he was born, I was at the hospital drunk. I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember being drunk while he was born, and the nurse having to take him out of my arms, and basically like someone kicked me out the room, you know. I remember pulling off in my car, and I had probably like about 10 tall cans inside of the car that were empty, and probably like 15 under the car for the 3-day stay that I was there. Same thing with the other one, Kiko, the little one. Same shit. Drunk as well. Jose used to help me watch the little one, bro, when he was a couple months old, because I would be too fucked up and hammered. Like I said, I wasn't working, so he would have him on the couch watching him, and I would pass out from drinking too much, you know, because I don't drink just a little bit. I fucking drink to fucking black out, dude. That's where that took me with my kids. So fast forward from that, I ended up going to detox, bro. I detoxed down here in Long Beach. I detoxed. They sent me to American Indian Changing Spirits. American Indian Changing Spirits was my first try at rehab. That was the first time I got introduced to Alcoholics Anonymous, some type of prayer, a higher power. Got out of there doing 76 days, I believe. It was a day before 4th of July, and I found myself on another run for 4th of July. Ended up in Newport Beach on a boat with family, and I went on another run for like a good 2-3 weeks. I ended up staying at my homeboy's house, pissing his couch, and blacking out there for a couple days, and then finally ended up making it back home. And at that time, the landlord was coming to the house asking for rent money, and like I said, I wasn't working, so I don't know why, but I had cancer at that time. I had told the landlord that I had cancer, brain cancer. Did I have cancer? No, but that's the fucking insanity part of me. Fucking the pity party, home day home, like I got cancer, dog. I can't pay rent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there I go on another fucking binge of drinking, coked out, on the couch, pissing myself, and I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to kill myself. So that's that. In my head, my thinking was, you know what? My family they ain't gonna miss me. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna miss me fucking drunk, being a piece of shit dad, person who I was, the shit that I was doing, and I was sitting down on the couch, and I had my revolver next to me, and I was watching Hell's Kitchen, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I seen some dude his name is Warpath Fit, and he's some motivational dude, you know, working out and shit. So for some reason, I ended up like hitting this fool up through Instagram, and he answered the phone. He answered the fucking phone, and I'm on the phone crying to him, you know what I mean, because he said some inspirational shit. And I'm telling him I want to kill myself. I got kids, that I need to get back into Muay Thai. All shot out watching Hell's Kitchen and shit on the couch. And thank God he answered the phone, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't do it, you know. Just it's a God shot. Do you know what I mean? Like, who would answer the phone? You know, who would call me back? You know, I take that now as a God shot. So here I go again, going back to detox. This time they sent me out to Tarzana to detox over there. And at this time, bro, I've been drinking like probably like 10 tall cans plus a couple pints of vodka. Depending on my money situation, but it was just vodka and tall cans every day. So when I got to detox, bro, I stayed in there for like 7 days, where they put the IV on you and, you know, like flush you out and shit. And then when I made it to the other side, that the shakes that homeboy was talking about, the shakes and feeling like, damn, I want to die. Like, the fuck's wrong with me, bro? You know. I remember going out to the patio and sitting down out there, and everybody was playing Jenga, you know, because the majority of the people were like popping pills or like dope heads, you know what I'm saying? And I'm over here trying to play Jenga with them, and my fucking hand shaking, and I couldn't grab that fucking little square to save my life. And I'm like, man. So I ended up leaving there, went to Tarzana down here in Long Beach, did inpatient there, and then when I left there, I came to Fred Brown. I came to Fred Brown. I was on 4th Street, and I was there for like 3 days. And Liz calls me. She gives me a call on the phone. She's like, hey, why aren't you going to class? And I'm sitting down watching TV. I'm like, well, I thought you guys were going to call me with my schedule. She's like, you better get your ass over there, man. You know what I mean? And then I was like, wow, fuck, how rude. She's fucking talking to me like that? Does she know who I am? What the fuck's wrong with her? You know what I mean? But yeah, so I ended up going to the class, and I had to stay an extra week on blackout because I'm special. You're supposed to call me and give me my schedule, you know? So yeah, I had about like 5 months, man. I had about like 5 months. So I was going to class, doing this, doing AA, you know what I'm saying? Going to meetings. And at my 5-month mark, I was trying to get my family back, my kids, my baby mama. I started feeling sorry for myself. I was in that state of feeling sorry for myself because I'm in fucking rehab. I got an EBT card. I can't drive my truck because I don't got a license. My baby mama doesn't want me back. She's over there doing her own thing. And I was out on a weekend pass, and I had both of these guys. And I was at my mom's house. And the solution that I had in my head was, you know what, fuck it. Fuck everyone, I'm gonna go out. You know, I'll show them, you know, like, I'll show them what time it is, you know what I mean? So I ended up walking down the street with my 2 kids, one in the stroller, the other one in the hand, walking like a block and a half away, and go getting me a 3-pack of a Michelob Ultra, because, you know, the calories for that shit, you know? And three little shots of vodka, because if I get more than 3, then I won't make it back to Fred Brown, you know? So yeah, I pounded it, and I felt stupid right after I did that. I felt dumb. If that makes sense to you, like, what the fuck am I doing? The regret. Ended up coming back from my mom's house to Fred Brown, and you already know when you go on your weekend. Well, you guys will find out when you go on your weekend pass. When you come back, it's automatic. You get drug tested. You know what I mean? And the house manager at that time, he told me, he's like, all right, Junior, I'm gonna piss for me. And I was like, nah. He's like, what do you mean, nah? I'm like, fuck you. You know, disrespectful, bro. I had the fuckets already. I went upstairs, went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. I'm like, all right, you gotta go see Adrian at the 505 building. So, the smart junior that I am, instead of going to the 505 building, I walked down and I went to hit the liquor store and bought me another 3-pack. Drank that on the stairs right there off of 3rd Street. And I'm like, I'm drinking, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what are you doing, Junior? You know, that's what was going through my head. There I go walking down past Pacific. Let's go to Gaffey and hit the liquor store over there by Little Caesars and get a couple single shots, because I'm gonna get kicked out anyway. So let's go out with a bang. Got some more liquor, went back, and then this is the part that trips me out. Is like, why would I even go back to the 505 building if I don't care no more? You know what I mean? I talked to Adrian, bro, and he told me one thing. He's like, He's like, Junior, he's like, there's nothing I could tell you, Holmes. He's like, you're already old. You know what I mean? You're already old, dude. Like, he's like, do you want another man to raise your kids? And that fucked me up. That shocked like my core, bro. I broke down crying in front of this dude. Broke down crying, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna give you another shot. I'm gonna move your houses from 4th Street, and I'm gonna move you to Abel's house. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've done prison time before, bro, so I know how to program. You know what I mean? And that man right there showed me that he cared. And this is where I started learning that concept of he doesn't want nothing from me, Holmes. He just wants something. He wants me to be good because he knows I have kids, and he wants me to be good, man. So I got there, I started programming, and I got myself a sponsor because I didn't have a sponsor the first time I went out. I got myself a sponsor. I got a commitment at the Battleship, Iowa. I was a phoneless guy, and I held that commitment for 2 years, bro. The first year when I got it, I remember like thinking like, fuck, I gotta show up because I said, you know, I'm gonna do the commitment. And then it got to the point where like, fuck, I don't want to do this commitment no more. And then to the point where, damn, I get to do the commitment. You know what I mean? I get to throw my pitch, you know, any which way I want to, you know. And that helped me get my time under my belt, bro. And getting uncomfortable, bro. You guys heard this before. Getting uncomfortable, being uncomfortable. What the fuck does that even mean? You know, doing the opposite of what I want to do. You know what I mean? Doing shit that is suggested in this program, you know, of action and honesty. And that's what I started doing, bro. At my 2-year, 4-month mark, the way I did the steps, I like felt like I did them slow, but everybody's program, everybody's progress is their own, bro. You guys are gonna have your own experience. You know, my experience at 2 years, 4 months, having commitments, having a sponsor, speaking on panels. I started praying and meditation, bro. I started doing sound baths, carnal. Me going chakra, you know what I'm saying? I do all that. You know what I mean? Cold plunge. I love that. That's beneficial for me. I love that. You know what I mean? So at the 2-year, 4-month mark, I wanted to crash out. I wanted to cause some type of harm. I didn't want to drink or use, but I was angry, bro. I was pissed. I wanted to cause some damage. And I remember this lady in a TLC meeting in Torrance. She had said, I had heard it multiple times, but the one that stuck out to me was this older lady. And she said, no matter what happens in your life, somebody passes away, you know, your mom, your cousin, your girlfriend, boy, whatever it is, you know, you lose your job. Before you pick up that drink or you do what you feel like you want to do your will, call somebody or hit a meeting. So for me, I didn't call my sponsor, but I went to a meeting and I spoke at that meeting. And after that meeting, I didn't pick up or use or hurt nobody or do none of that shit. But I called my sponsor and we talked about it. And then I took a class called Back to Basics, where you do all 12 steps in one day. They call it a tourniquet because it's like, it shows you the whole rundown from step 1 to step 12 to spot check inventory for mini 4x4, bro, to page 86 upon awakening when you retire at night. When I seen all that in one, bro, like I was like, fuck, like I've been missing out. Like what have I been doing in my program? You know what I mean? Like what am I really doing? I started calling my sponsor a lot more. Like I said, that's when I started doing that prayer and meditation. That's when I got into that prayer and meditation. The sound baths, the cold plunges. So yeah, that's all. What I just said, bro, is like, get yourself a sponsor. Work the steps. You know what I'm saying? You guys are here for a reason, you know? Some of you guys are here are court ordered or what, you know, you guys just, what I heard is you guys just loitering with a tent. Like, what do you guys really want, you know? What I've learned for myself personally, whatever I put in this program is what I'm going to get out. If I'm doing half-ass work, I'm going to get half-ass results. You know what I mean? Was I being half-ass out there when I'm fucking robbing and stealing and trying to come up so I could smoke dope or pay the rent or the car payment? No, I'm going full throttle, bro. So I try to apply that in my program today, bro. It ain't perfect. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I when I call my sponsor, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm doing this right. He's like, there's no wrong way to do it, man, as long as you're trying. That's why it says, you know, you just try, you know, try your best. So today, bro, because of this program, coming here to Fred Brown, bro, I was able to complete the program here. I went to live out in Compton at my cousin's. I rented a room, bro. It took me like another year and a half before I was able to get myself a little apartment out here in Long Beach. And so I got my little apartment in Long Beach. I got a cool little job. I got a nice little car, bro. I got a quarter tank of gas in there. I don't got no tags or insurance right now, but I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's mine because of this program.
What else?
And the mother of my kids, she's in rehab right now. She has 78 days today. So because of this program, I was able to help get my baby mom into a program. I was able to help get my cousin into a program, and I'm able to be called sponsor today, homes, and give this shit back. You know what I'm saying? That's what they showed me in these rooms, you know, is to give it so I could get it somewhat, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So today my life looks like, bro, I wake up in the morning, page 86 upon awakening. I try not to grab my phone, but sometimes I do because of my job. But page 86 upon awakening, and I try to be quiet for 5 to 8 minutes before these little fuckers wake up. And be by myself and just get on Zen mode, bro, and listen, you know. And then throughout the day, if somebody pisses me off, my coworker, my boss, and I want to beat the shit out of him, I gotta pause. And it's called a mini 4x4, bro. It's where you write the person's name down and how is it affecting me, and you come around full circle, dude. And if these are things that I have to do, bro, because if not, I go off the handle, dude. Because it's not the drugs and alcohol, it's what's between my ears that fucks me, bro. It's the way I think, you know. So yeah, dude, prayer, meditation, 4x4, 10-step, prayer throughout the day, not just in the morning. So this is, I'm trying to have a relationship, a connection with my higher power. You know what I'm saying? My God, my papas. So I'm talking through them throughout the day, bro. You know, and at night when I pray, and I'm learning that not to pray for myself, but for you, for my kids, for the person that's still suffering. Do you know what I'm saying? And I have a relationship with my 19-year-old son today. I'm a father to these kids right here, bro. I get to talk to them and try to guide them. Something that I didn't have. I'm not trying, bro. I'm doing it. I'm breaking that cycle. I'm breaking that cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's thanks to this program. That's thanks to this program, bro. And me trying my best or somewhat. And as I go through this program, bro, each day, I'm seeing where I fell short on my steps when I first did them. So I'm gonna have to start doing my steps. I'm gonna get back with my sponsor and do the steps over again. You know what I mean? Because how free do I want to be? They say freedom. There's a difference between freedom and relief. I settle for relief for a cool minute, and I catch myself getting that relief. I don't want relief, bro. I want freedom. And where this program is leading me to is a connection with my higher power, bro. With my higher power. So if you guys got anything out of that today, bro, you know what? Good. If not, I love you. If nobody said they fucking love you today, I have love for you. I could actually look at you guys and say I have love from my heart to you guys, because I've been on that side. I know how it feels. You know what I'm saying? You guys are not alone. You know, you guys are here. You guys have each other. You have Nancy, my mamas. Take advantage, man. Take advantage of what you guys have in front of you. Because what do you have to lose?
That's right.
Your life? You guys see motherfuckers falling out left and right. This shit ain't no joke, man. You know, so "Oh, I'm a man, I can't say I love you," or "Oh, I can't ask for help." Fuck all that, bro. Ask for help. Thank you guys.